G'day! In this lesson, we'll continue to build the presentation layer to create, update, and delete books using Angular. We will learn how to create a new modal dialog to create a new book. Let's open the book.component.ts file and replace the contents with the following code. We have defined a property called isModalOpen and a method called createBook. Let's open the book.component.html and make the following changes to the code. We just added a new book button to the card header. We have also added an ABP modal which renders a modal to allow the user to create a new book. The ABP-modal is a pre-built component to show modals. While we could use another approach to show a modal, the ABP-modal provides additional benefits. Let's run the application using the yarn start command. We will navigate to the book list page and we will see a new book button. Let's click on this button and we will see the new book modal appear. We will now create a reactive form. Reactive forms provide a model-driven approach to handling form inputs whose values change over time. Let's open the book.component.ts file in the src/app/book folder and change its contents with the following code. We've made the following changes to this file. Imported form group, form builder, and validators from the @angular/forms library. Added a form group property. Added a book types property as a list of book type enum members. This book type property will be used in the form's options. We've also injected the form builder into the constructor. Form builder provides convenient methods for generating form controls. The form builder reduces the amount of boilerplate code needed to build complex forms. Added the build form method to the end of the file and called this build form method from the createBook method. Finally, we've added the save method. We will now open the book.component.html file and replace the ABP body template with the following code part. We will also replace the ABP footer template with the following code part. For the date picker, we will use the ng bootstrap date picker component. So we will arrange the dependencies related to this component. Let's open the book.module.ts file under the src/app/book folder and import the ngb data picker module. Okay, so now we will open the book.component.ts file again and import the ngb date native adapter and the ngb date adapter. Having imported the date picker adapters, we will also add them to the providers section so that they can convert date picker values to date types. Now we will save the files, and since we have yarn start command already running, our code will auto-compile and our browser will be updated with our UI changes. Let's click on the new book button and see what the create modal looks like. As we can see, we have the new book create modal with the name and price text boxes, the book types dropdown with the book types populated, and also the published date, which is the date picker component. Let's add the functionality to update a book. To do this, we will open the book.component.ts file and replace its content with the following code. We have carried out the following changes to the book.component.ts file. We've declared a variable name selectedBook as the book DTO object. We've added the editBook method. This method fetches the book with the given ID and sets it to the selectBook object. Replace the buildForm method so that it creates the form with the selected book data. We've also replaced the createBook method so it sets the selected book to an empty object. We will now add the edit and delete action items to the actions dropdown, which will include the edit and delete functionality. To do this, we will open the book.component.html file and add the following ngx-datatable-column definition as the first column of our ngx-data table. As you can see, we have added an actions dropdown as the first column of the table, and there is an edit action in the dropdown. We'll also change the ABP header template section with the following code. The code basically shows the edit text for the record operation or the new book text for a new record operation in the title of the modal. In order to implement the delete functionality, we will open the book.component.ts file and we'll add the following pieces of code. First and foremost, we will import the confirmation service from @abp/ng.theme.shared library. Inject the confirmation service through the constructor. Add a delete method which basically calls the confirmation dialog to warn the user if the user wants to delete the record, and then carries out the delete operation if the user chooses yes. To call this delete method, we will add the delete action item to the actions dropdown by adding the following code to the book.component.html file. Now that the delete button is now added to the dropdown, we will now test create, edit, and delete functionality. Let's first try and create a new book. We will now edit the same book. Finally, we'll delete the new book. All seems to work the way that we want using the Angular UI. In this lesson, we learned how to build the create and edit modals, and also learned how to delete a book using Angular UI with the use of ABP Framework's built-in shared components, services, and libraries. Join me in the next lesson where we will run some integration tests.